The Icon Swap objectives are now finally here. The remaining 9 tokens from Icon Swaps 2 have arrived today on Monday at 6 PM UK time. Just like we did expect, we did get that information from that loading screen earlier on this week. So after a few days of waiting, we have finally arrived at Monday. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at these objectives. What do EA Sports want us to do and how we can actually complete them as quickly as possible so you can get towards that reward that you have been waiting for. So getting straight into this video now, we do have 9 tokens in total, of course, and we are going to be easily breaking it down. We have 5 of them that are going to be coming from playing online, but unfortunately we do have a total of 4 that are going to be coming from squad battles. But not to worry, we are going to be talking about that as well, how you can quite significantly reduce it, half the time that you have to be spending in squad battles. So getting straight into this video now, the first 3 tokens are going to be from FUT Friendlies 1 League. This is going to be Icon Swaps Serie A, Bundesliga and also Premier League. When you enter in, it is going to be a few different things. Some of them are going to be finesse, some of them are going to be outside of the box goals, different things like this, but it is all the same thing that we have seen before. But unfortunately, if you do remember, it does need to be first owner cards. So for some of us, it isn't really going to be a problem, but at least 8 of your starting squad does need to be first owner. So just go ahead and check. If you are missing out a few, then you are going to have to wait for Thursday. From your division rival rewards, you can pick untradeable. That is one thing that you can do to help, but hopefully if you did play FUT Champions, maybe that is going to be able to get you some cards. Most people don't really struggle with this, and you can also have different lots of cards on your bench. That is also going to be helping you if you do have any loans or anything like that. And it is only going to be 1 league, of course, because you are playing the 1 league mode, and maximum you can have only 1 league. So it doesn't need to be any untradeables or any first owners that you do buy to be on the bench. They do actually have to still be from the same league, so just keep that in mind. But it is going to give you a reminder anyways if you try and enter with multiple leagues, so it's not really anything to worry about at all. Then taking a look now at these objectives, how long is it actually going to take you to get these 3? If you are going to be getting quite lucky, depending on your opponent, whether they're willing to quit or not, but I feel there should be quite a few people doing golden goal. If you score the first one, then you are going to be getting the opponent to quit. But also if you do get scored on, then it is quite a good thing to go ahead and stick to that and try and help the community out. But it is going to take you, depending on that, quite a long time, because you need to score or assist at least in 10 separate matches for whichever objective you are going to be doing. So again, it could be really quick for you if you are quite good and you can get those rage quits, but it can be quite annoying and it is definitely quite variable. So just keep that in mind with these first 3 tokens that you are going to be getting. Then we do have Icon Swaps. All of the remaining ones are going to be in this group, and there is going to be 6 of them, so this is going to total up to 9. And the first 2, they are going to be from online. The first one is going to be score in 15 separate rivals games using first owner players. So this just needs to be the player that you are scoring with, so it doesn't actually have to be a full squad. It can just be if you have got 1 Mbappe that is first owner, or 1 Neymar, and he is going to be scoring for you. That does count. Any SBCs that you have done as well, so the Dybala or anyone like that, that is going to be counting. So that isn't really going to be too difficult, but for some of us, we might actually have to go ahead and play some division rivals. It is a really boring thing to do. I'm in division 1 at quite a high skill rating, and it is really annoying to get myself to play this, but I will probably keep this till last. Just don't care about this one. I doubt all of us are going to need every single token anyways, so maybe we won't actually have to even do this one. But then we do have Weekend League FUT Champions. This is going to be a fairly easy one. It isn't going to be taking up too much time. You might get this in 1 weekend, or it might take you 2, but eventually you are going to be getting this if you play FUT Champions. And if not, again, it isn't really something that you have to worry about. You're only going to be missing out 2 tokens if you are going to be doing the rest of them. Now the remaining 4, this is where it does get a bit tricky. This is going to be squad battles, and it is going to be every single one is minimum world class difficulty, so it isn't really that difficult. I will always just play the first and second squads. It is just going to be super simple. Even on world class, you can get it fairly easily done. The opponent, the AI, isn't really going to be doing too much if it is a bronze team or if it's a silver team. Sometimes when it is actually a gold team, like a Messi's in there or an Mbappe, Ronaldo, and actually quite a few icons, even if they have low chemistry, it can be quite difficult on world class. So maybe just keep that in mind, but for the most part you should be good. And I do believe you don't really need to play the 3rd and 4th squad. They are going to be difficult. Just skip those unless you do actually play squad squad battles, but I think a lot of us don't really care about wasting the squad refreshes because we don't actually play squad battles, but you can actually partner them up. So we are going to be doing, instead of doing all of the 4 individually and playing 24 games in total, we can actually simply reduce it to 12 tokens, 12 matches, but it is going to be taking a little bit of your coins because it is going to be quite expensive to do this, and it is definitely expensive if you are looking to combine them, because not only are you looking for that, but absolutely everyone else is as well. So that is why it can become quite inflated. Maybe just leave this for a few days on its own, leave it, let it cool down, because right now definitely prices are just way too inflated. Go ahead, do the other tokens first and then come back to this at the end. But as we can see here, it is just going to be Brazilian cards. You need to have 11 Brazilian players in your starting squad, and also you need to have Argentinian in another one. So you definitely have to do each of these individually. You cannot have 2 of the nations together, but you can have, for example, Argentinian players, and then you can partner it up with silver players, and that is going to be working. Therefore, you have reduced your games just to 6 games, whereas it would have been 12. So you can go ahead and do that. I have done that and it does work. As we can see here, I've got 1 game with silvers and also 1 game with Argentinian players, and this is the squad that I have used. It is quite expensive. These silvers cost around 2,000 coins each, so it is going to be costing you around 20,000 coins if you do have to buy the whole team from the transfer market. But for the Champions League ones, either one, Argentinian or Brazilian, it is just way too expensive. I would probably just say go ahead and do these individually, because it is just going to be costing you way too much. I'm not even too sure, because these are extremely inflated. It's probably going to cost you around 50,000 coins or something ridiculous like that. But if you are going to be going for it, then Argentinian silvers and Brazilian Champions League are the best, because there's a lot more Brazilian Champions League players, and also you are going to be finding that Argentinian silvers are actually cheaper than Brazilians as well. So definitely that is the best way around to do it, but I wouldn't really recommend doing it with the Champions League cards because they are just simply way too inflated. Each one is going to be costing you around 5 to 10,000 coins, which means you're going to be paying for a full squad 50 to around 110,000 coins. Now that is definitely not worth it. I would not recommend it unless of course you already have some first owner, some untradables, which therefore it might actually make it a little bit worth it. But the silvers, why not? You can go ahead and do it. It's only going to cost you around 20k at the time of recording this video. That is Argentinian silvers. But for the Brazilian Champions League, I just wouldn't recommend it. Just go ahead and do it individually. It's only going to take you around an hour and 30 minutes longer, and that is if you do need every single token. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.